Imagine retiring to bed as usual, and opening your eyes to piles of writings covering your bed, and you wondering, how did that get there? Imagine the reality of finding out that you write while sleeping. Imagine how powerful the spirit within the vessel captured that moment of power, unbeknown to you. While in the power of darkness, waiting for that shade of light to reveal that revelation that stares back at you. Imagine waking up to this on November 29, 2006. Do not be fooled by the power of darkness, for what was first cannot become last in the spiritual sense, and last cannot be first in the spiritual sense. Earthlings decided day before night, I the source of your world created day into night. Honor the power of darkness, for it has more power than light. Hear my words. What is dark remains dark in its hour, what is light remains light in its power, until darkness darkens its lightness, and gives its lightness many shades of darkness, so the power remains in the darkness, for blackness remains black, and supersedes all shades of light, and have eternal power. Honor the power of darkness, blackness, for it has more power than light. Teach. The unseen vessel used T. Now you have heard the power of writing from darkness. Let's see what our understanding of darkness really is, according to the Oxford Dictionary. The meaning: an adjective with little or no light. A deep or somber color, secret or mysterious, darkest, humorous, most remote or uncivilized, depressing or cheerless, evil. Cambridge and Merriam-Webster dictionaries concludes the same answer on the words dark or darkness, rounding up darkness to mean evil and negative. Do not be fooled or brainwashed by the scholars of man regarding blackness or darkness. For if the explanations of their meaning were true, then the entire human race would be evil also. The plants of the ground, the birds of the air, the fish of the sea, life force emerged from darkness. If darkness was so evil, why emerge from evil into good, and then return the vessel back to evil? The meaning of the word, given unto our children, shows utter falsehood with a direct intention to deceive, outrageously or brazenly, misleads or disappoints, but separating the truth from lies taught, shows consciousness of self. The exposure of an impostor of lies is reality, through scholars' teachings. Shows consciousness to self. Real raw evil is behind the makers of the meaning of the word. Real truth is embedded within self, knowing. The blessed seed flows from the male in darkness, the female, the earth, receives it outside light, she conceived into darkness, before that felicity of bliss emerges into light. Do not be fooled by the power of darkness, for it has more power than light. The triple stages of darkness is divine darkness, the true divine calculation, before you or I emerged into light. Stage 1, when the sperm and the ovum comes together, when the egg or eggs are produced in the ovum, is stage 2, and when the baby begins its journey outward towards the birth canal is stage 3. All three stages are calculated within pure divine darkness. Not pure divine evil, as our scholars seem to think, based on their dictionaries. From the dust of our earth, you part, to plant the seeds of trees, flowers, plants, or fruits. Then it's recovered with dust, the seed then calculates its growth, from darkness, before it shoots or sees the light. In the Holy Bible King James Version, Genesis chapter 1, verses 1 to 5 it says, "In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth was without form, and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters, and God said, Let there be light, and there was light, and God saw the light, that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness, and God called the light day, and the darkness he called night, and the evening and the morning was the first day." This shows that label-less, known to you as God, created the world from pure divine darkness, and the evening and the morning was the first day. Evening came before morning, according to the history book. Even after the division, evening still came first before the morning. The power of darkness had to be divided to enable light to enter. Our scholars who gave the meaning of the word say darkness was evil, negative, uncivilized and depressing, and was created from that terrible state, into what they call evil. Our days begins with darkness, according to the history book, and light emerged through darkness as it was divided night from day. No uncivilized, depressing or cheerless evil was seen or heard of from the time the earth was without form and void. If the Bible written by man is true, why? If darkness was before light, why is God more associated with the light, over divine darkness? You decide? You allow yourselves to be blinded by your own inner truth, believing scholars are superheroes. The secret to obtaining the truth is in the depth of you, self. Go beyond your vessel, and equip yourself with the true reality of knowing self. Let there be light, which signifies we were in complete evil, according to our renowned dictionaries, that we all use from kindergarten to university level and above. Should we believe the dictionary point, that whatever is black is evil? Should we believe, if you were born at night, your birth came into evil? Should we believe that every black man, woman or child is evil, because of the color of their skin? Should we believe that you are evil, because you came forth from darkness, before approaching the light? Should we believe every night is evil? Or should we know that the real true evil is behind the maker of who gave the meaning of the word? You decide. I chose the latter. What is evil? According to the dictionary, wicked, causing ruin, injury, or pain, harmful, that which causes harm, misfortune, or destruction. Where do you find all of that in darkness? The only real answer to that are the makers behind the meaning of the word. You are the true evil deceivers. You need no electricity cables, wires, plugs or any form of connectivity to produce the divine power of darkness, blackness. For it's a divine form that supersedes any form of light. The magnitude of divine darkness is a powerful awakening, and the utter truth of our true reality. After awaking to yet another writing on the subject of darkness, it shared the reality of the power darkness, or blackness, the true divine power of where you emerged.
The Sleep writing on the 12th September 2007 says,
Light shines through darkness not by the textbook of man. Trees bear fruits through seeds not by the science of man. For every grain of dust that covers I, earth will not supersede I. For I am the earth. The earth cannot supersede I. For I am all within that I created. Listen to my words. Do not be led by the foolish, this will lead you astray. I am from within and beyond what man calls heavens, and what is known to what man calls earth. Let it be told that the power or strength of darkness, or light, begins its strength within darkness, for light came forth from the soil. Gain wisdom and knowledge, so the truth will be like a road without curves. Equip yourself with the weakness of man, and the wickedness that man can cast unto earthlings. I am, who I am, in your world and mine. The unseen vessel used T. Let the truth be told, to lessen the true divine power of your existence that emerged through darkness into light, is the true awakening to your reality of knowing, and if one shuts down the truth of what you should know, then you are, and will always be accessible to lies and false belief. Knowing is a pathway that leads to truth, and that pathway begins with self, and if self is in the correct gear to know, and self understands self, then all else fails, for belief only echoes from knowing the truth, and that truth is you. T saying, mind how you go, until another time, on another topic, bye. Look below for other interesting titles from T.